Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we raced at Kingswood TT, and here are my stats for the race. So my average time was 21:45. I averaged 390 watts, and then ended up being around 27.1 miles an hour or 43.6 kilometers per hour. This was my first ever time trial. Well, technically a second one. I did one back in 2016, I believe. But back then I didn't even know how to be in drops. It was just kind of test ride back then. But this was the first real one, I would say. And I was really working on my position lately. And as you can see here, I'm trying to be draped over, kind of in a fake TT position, I call it. I'm not sure what the actual name for it is. But trying to be over my handlebars, like basically like I am in a TT bike, on a TT bike. This was actually Eddie Merckx style time trial that I did. Now, if you don't know, Eddie Merckx is basically style time trial is basically no TT bikes allowed, and as far as I understand, there's a lot of different rules. Whereas you can have a aero helmet, you cannot have a skin suit, and your wheels maximum depth is 58, I believe. So it's yeah. I didn't have a TT bike, so I figured I'm just gonna enter this. And I don't know if my time is decent or not. I was just trying to. My goal today was to average 420 watts for the time trial, which I failed. Now I guess I don't know if that's due to the position, because I did feel a different kind of pain in different parts of my legs. So I guess different types of muscles were being worked on. But yeah, I couldn't hold it all the way through. I did drop, as you can see here, I'm dropping to 380, 390. And there were some dips, a little bit of a up and down rollers. It's pretty hard to hold a consistent power going downhill. So overall, I think I did pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the time. I actually raced together with my fiance, and she started a couple of minutes ahead, so we'll see her in a couple of minutes. I think I'll pass her. My goal today, as I said, 420 watts, but I wanted to try and be in this position for the whole time, which I think I made about 7 minutes in, and then I had to kind of go up onto my hoods, and I was trying to hold aero hood position for the most of it, but by the end I think I was basically just in a hoods. I did not go into drops, but it was pretty hard actually to hold this position. The weather was pretty hot. I think it was about 95 degrees, I would say, and I did this around 11 a.m., 10 or 11 a.m., and humidity was pretty high as well. So definitely not an ideal weather for doing time trials, but it is what it is. I would also like to commend the organizers for this event. It was well organized. We had an issue on Saturday morning where the finish line chip sensor did not work, so they actually took my time from Strava, but they were pretty upfront about it. They sent out an email as early as they realized the thing didn't work. So if you wanted to do the time trial the next day, you were allowed to, or if you wanted to come back and do it again, they would definitely allow that as well. So I would definitely do the time trial again if it was offered. And I think that's another thing that I kind of want to talk about is I'm surprised that there is no more time trials happening, or they don't happen more often, considering the current situation of everything. I know some races are happening, and I'm racing or was racing, and I'm racing again next weekend for the PA State Championships. However, those are more risky. Even though you're using masks, it's not an ideal situation, and I think time trials are just made for this. To be honest, and it was a pretty fun event. It looks boring because you're just riding by yourself, but it's I think coming from rowing, this is what you do all the time. You just kind of go against yourself, and you just kind of do what you can. So I think from that standpoint, I did enjoy just the test to see what I can hold, how fast I can go, and I think every week I would improve a little bit. There's little things you can get better at, especially my position. I think that's something that I started cycling this year, and I never even you know, imagine me being able to hold this position at all ever. I didn't even never try it until I started racing the Great Valley crits, and I saw some guys, you know, holding this and moving really fast. So it's something new, and it's something, you know, exciting to test and to try and get better at. So I don't know, I think, you know, this is an ideal scenario, an ideal time for time trials to really take off. And if there's any, you know, if there's any happening around me, I will definitely enter. I think we are slowly coming up to my fiance actually here. Let me know what you think about the gauge on the bottom right. I have a Sioma dual pedals, and they do show left and right separate power, so I thought it would be pretty cool to see what I was doing, what my, you know, balance was. And there she is. Hey Jenny. You just passed her. I think I said something. But she did great. It was her first race ever. I think she got 28 minutes flat. I think she averaged 20 miles an hour, I would guess, something like that. But it was her first race ever, and I think she did really well. Hopefully she stays with it and races with me more often. But yeah, the bottom right gauge shows you the balance between the left and right foot. I think the Sioma doesn't actually do the offset thing. It just shows 0. I don't think they have that implemented, but they do show your phase, start, phase, and pedal smoothness, etc. Which I don't really know how to use those metrics, but it's pretty cool to see nonetheless. And yeah, I do like the looks like I'm right leg dominant, which makes sense because I'm a righty, because throughout the whole race my right leg looks like it has been a little bit higher than my left. Now, you know, if that means anything, I don't know, probably not. Makes sense. I guess if you have a left side only power meter and you're a righty, it could be that you're potentially putting out more power than what you think you could. Okay, I'm still trying to be above 400, but it's pretty hard. I think at this point I realized that, you know, I think this position started to hurt a little bit, and I don't think we're even halfway through yet. So I think I'm slowly realizing that it's not gonna be possible to hold this all the way through, but I'll try and see how much I can, you know, how long I can go for, see what happens. And here I go into hoods, and I think from now on, I think I went down to the TT position once, but I stayed up in a hood all the way until the end of the race. So I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna let the video run for you guys if you want to watch it. I did end up winning this race. I think average my time was 21:45. I think the second behind me was 22:07, so I did beat him by what is it, 22 seconds, right? Yeah. So pretty happy with the result. Again, I think I have more time to gain, just with position and power, both that I can definitely do better. But yeah, hopefully there's another one, and stay tuned. This weekend, Sunday, is the PA State Championships, which I will be racing at, so I will have a video of that after as well. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.